Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby, and happy Valentine's Day. Charlotte just went, in my ear. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope whether you are celebrating or indeed not celebrating today, you have a fantastic day. And listen, if you stay with us here on Crafters TV, I can guarantee you are going to have a fabulous day today. We've got so much coming up. It is a jam-packed Tuesday for you. And you know it's a jam-packed Tuesday for you as well. Bit of a clue who's sat to my left in just a few minutes. If you guessed Debbie, you're wrong. But we've got loads coming up. We've got a fantastic launch party a little bit later on this evening, 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We've got an amazing masterclass at 2, which is 9 a.m., 6 a.m. Pacific. And of course, right now we're previewing everything coming up. In that masterclass a little bit later on, we're going to be concentrating on the amazing Through the Looking Glass collection. It is such a gorgeous box, and we've actually popped it together today with an unbelievable showstopper for you as well. So that we're going to be looking at over the course of the day today. Very exciting. And I think potentially trumping that later on in launch party, we've got a brand new launch and the return of something, well, that you guys have been wanting to get your hands on for ages. The Shimmer ink pads. Remember when we had those back at birthday and they literally sold out, didn't they? Sold out again, sold out again. I mean, we just could not keep them in. They are back in stock. Big news, Ooga. The Shimmer ink pads full collection is now back in stock. You need to grab those as a matter of urgency. 10 ink pads in the collection. If you missed it on the initial launch, now's your chance to get the full collection. If you got the full collection, get it again anyway, because you can guarantee this is going to be one of those things that keeps going out of stock. You want to make sure that you've got more there in your armoury for when it does. So that is now live, back in stock, the Shimmer ink pads, and we've got a brand new launch for you as well, which we'll be showing you on this show. I mean, if you've loved our storage folders in the past, you are absolutely going to love the launch that we've got today. It is the Store It All multi-binder. It is just brilliant, literally pockets upon pockets upon pockets that you can store in this one massive binder, and it's a whole host of different crafty items that you can store in it. And actually the the big inserts inside the binder actually come out as well. We'll talk all around that in just a bit, but some fantastic items to grab, and you need to be shopping quickly. Now, mixed in amongst all of that, of course, we will be seeing some fabulous demos as well. And like I said, it is Valentine's Day, but it is a jam-packed Tuesday. She's here, she's back by popular demand. It is the one and only, the lovely Jan Brown. How are you? Oh, made it in one piece.
Yeah, I'm a bit flustered, to be honest. If I'm honest, yeah. I've had a horrible journey this morning. As you know, I travel up the motorway, and what with the traffic and the fog, I'm a little bit flustered. So yes, bear with me, guys. I am here. I've got everything just about organised, and honestly, the team are so supportive. They're like, don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. All will be good. So yeah, I'm just sort of taking a breath and trying to catch up with myself.
Well, listen, I know I'll be doing a lot of spiel when I head over there in a bit, so a bit of time for you to catch your breath. But you've got lots of crafts to relax into today, haven't you? Hopefully bring down the blood pressure a bit.
Yeah, we've got lots lined up. There's quite a lot of product actually over the course of the day. But what I wanted to focus on was, I actually love this. My eldest daughter is a massive fan of the Alice in Wonderland sort of stories, and we've brought that box back today. Like you said, not just the box, there's a cracking deal with it. So I've just picked a couple of samples, just literally grabbed them as I ran past. They're like, are we good to go? Are we good to go? I'm like, quick, just have a couple of samples. But yeah, I'm going to be showing you how to do the stenciling later, because obviously that connects nicely with the inks. And then this one's there's 2 stencils in there. So we've got this one as well, just done on an inked background, along with lots of other goodies, which we'll go through in a bit more detail during the show. So that was the Through the Looking Glass. And then I've also brought, I love embossing folders to start with, Ben, but when you actually put them with a die as well, so that we've got a cut and emboss folder, honestly, they're absolutely to die for. So again, just a couple of samples of these, coordinate them with the inks, which is what I like to do. But if you're not an inky person, you can be using your design papers on the back of there. So we've just done it twice and made a little easel card. And also, I just, again, gift boxes is something that I make quite a lot of. And I just think you can personalise a gift box rather than buying something from a store. Again, using that folder as the main focal point on the top there, and then just building up some embellishments rather than a sentiment in the middle. So much use for them. So yeah, those are the 2 sets that I managed to grab as I dashed across the studio. We've got lots more coming up. As I say, we've got that new folder, which I'm excited to have a look at.
Yes.
We've got the template library.
What's left of the template library?
What's left? I know, I was sat watching yesterday and I'm like, don't sell it all, I've got some today, don't sell it all. So we've not got a lot left, have we?
No, we haven't. It could potentially go today. So you need, whatever you want to get today, you need to be a little bit quick, because those Shimmer ink pads already flying out the door. The folders disappearing because everyone loves their storage, and of course that template library. The embossing folders with those dies as well. If you missed the launch of that last week with me and Leanne, then you will want to get your hands on those as well. No doubt Jan's got some fantastic demos up her sleeve, as she has on the Through the Looking Glass collection, which we have got a masterclass on this afternoon. This is a brilliant showstopper. Officially masterclass 2 o'clock this afternoon, 9 a.m. Eastern. But you're getting all of these goodies, and the bang for buck here is absolutely amazing, because you're going to get that box, the Through the Looking Glass box, and we'll take you all around that in just a little while. But 205 elements within that box. You've got stamps, you've got stencils, you've got dies, you've got embellishments. The papers are absolutely gorgeous. But then on top of that, within the showstopper, you're going to get 2 sets of our classic pens. So you've got the vintage and the pastels. We're going to give you our water reactive ink pads in the Smoke Pearl, the Smoke Plume and the Seal Brown. Plus you're going to get a blending tool as well. So that equates to an extra £60 or $96 worth of goodies that basically you're just paying an extra £30 or $46 for. It's an incredible bundle, and once again we've tried to bundle together items that we think will be super useful for this collection, that will kind of extend the life of it if you like, but also we've smashed that price right down for you too, and we've given you 100 bonus points as well. This is going to be hugely popular today, £60 or $80, and we will have a good look through the box for you in just a little while, but very popular is that one. And on any other day, right, this would be the star of the show. This would be the absolute star. However, we've got the return of those Shimmer ink pads. It's the full collection back in stock. And I know I wasn't here the day we launched these, but they literally came in and flew out. And then I think we managed to restock them, and then they flew out again. Then we managed to restock them, and they flew out again. And since then, we've had smaller bundles. We've had these available, you know, in 2s and 3s and 4s, but we've not had the full collection back in stock until today. So please, whatever you do, get them today, because once these are gone, I can't promise when we're going to get them back again. If you got them the first time and you loved them, here's an opportunity to be stocking up. If you missed out on them, here is your opportunity to be grabbing them today. The full set of 10, £43.13 or $57.53 if you're platinum. These are incredible. I've got a little board which I'll show you in just a second, but take a look at all of the different colours that you're going to be receiving here. I mean, these are just gorgeous, bringing you real shimmer, real shine. You've got that lustrous pearlescent pigment ink within these to bring all of your creations to life. Beautiful metallic shine. Where's my little board? There it is. Beautiful metallic shine on all of these. Take a look at all of the colours that you're going to be getting here. They are absolutely amazing. Whether you love to stamp with these are perfect. With your lettering, your embossing, of course, as well, you can do with these. Your layering, all of your blending techniques. I mean, these are just quite simply some of the best ink pads that we've ever done. And I love the idea as well. I did some shows shortly after the launch of, like, you know, almost being able to create your own colours of Centura Pearl, because that's the kind of shine that you get with these. That's the kind of pearlescent finish that you get with all of the colours that you're going to receive here, which are included on this board. So you get all 10 for the first time in literally ages. I'm so super excited for you. You've got Toffee Apple, Peach Rose, the Queen Bee. I mean, look how stunning that colour is. Some of these colours are absolutely incredible. Lime Soda, Frosty Mint. You've got your Tropic Blue in there. It's almost like a beautiful sea in somewhere, I don't know, like the Caribbean potentially. Love to go there. Starlit Sky, the Amethyst, Sugar Plum and Raspberry. Colours right across the spectrum there that you're going to absolutely love working with. And what you might notice as well is that the actual ink pads themselves have been developed in such a way that these are going to be nice and easy for you to use. So they've been developed nice and easy to fit into the palm of your hand, no problem at all. And that finer point that you've got on these allows you to get into those more sort of detailed areas as well. So there's so many reasons to buy these. Even like I said, if you were one of the lucky few who managed to get your hands on these when we launched them back on birthday, please jump in and grab them again today, because you know, once these are gone this time, when are we going to get them back? It's taken us this long. What is it now? Middle of February. Birthday back in October. So it's taken us this long to get the full collection back in. Please, please, please don't miss out on these. And if you are someone perhaps who's already bought them, tell everybody else in the comments why you absolutely need to get these in your life and why you can't afford to pass up the chance. They are available individually, but what I would say to you is you need to absolutely jump in and grab the bundle. If budget allows today, do not leave these. These are one of the things that you absolutely need to jump in and grab today. £43.13 or $57.53 is the deal on this. And again, just showing you some of like the colours that you've got. They're so juicy, so vibrant, and so sought after. The shimmer that you get with these, once again, just to quickly show you on the board there, is second to none. And you're going to be seeing these through the day today. £43.13 or $57.53. Give us a wave in the comments if you've already got these, and give us a wave in the comments today as well if you've picked these up. We are super busy for those already, and lots of you just saying how excited you are to get them. Michelle says that I'm glad I got my Shimmer pads when they first came out. It's one less item that I need to purchase today. Get them again, don't miss out. Hi Ben and Jan, says Val, lots of love on Valentine's. I'm sure I will enjoy your company as always. Thea just saying about the pads, they're beautiful. I love them. Good morning all from Indiana, says Beth, and happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And also to Lakieta says, I missed out on the full collection of these Shimmer inks. Glad to see them return. Get them today. Do not miss out. Now, those are back. Those will fly. They're already flying. But also a brand new launch. It's the Store It All multi-pocket binder. This is brilliant, right? It's like one of our storage folders that we've got for your dies has been to the gym. That's what this is like. Because look, you look and you think, oh yes, it's the same beautiful colour, same beautiful design. You've got the Crafters logo on there, beautiful colours, beautiful stitching for the handle as well, and you've got that zip around effect as well. But when you turn this on its side, hey, look at that. It's been working out because it's so much bigger and it can contain so much more of all your crafty tools. So the previous folders, you're thinking to yourself, all right, well, I'm going to pop in there a lot of my stamps. I'm going to contain a lot of my dies in here. Take a look at what you can store in this absolute mammoth binder. It is absolutely huge. And what I love about this is you can store pretty much everything within it. Look, we've got foam pads in here. We've got some of our tape, glossy highlights, pens and glue. You've got in here some tape pens. You've got low-tack tape. You've got sparkle pens, all sorts of crafty tools. So this is not just by any means a binder that you're going to be popping in stamps and dies to. It's almost like you can store like a mini craft room in here as well, isn't it, really? You've got little pockets for all of your plates in here. Someone's left the zip open on that one. But the point is, this is incredible. Now, not just all of the storage here, but what I love about this is that you can take out the individual pockets that you want to work with. It's all popped together on that hook and loop system. So if there are kind of little pockets that you want to fill with just a few crafty items, maybe you don't want to take away the full bag, you can simply select the bag that you want and take it with you. And again, the incredible thing about this, we've not just given you like one pocket here, we've given you a couple of different pockets, all zipped up so you can store away different items, maybe by craft, maybe by theme, maybe by colour, it's entirely up to you. All see-through once again. Again, you know, if you're taking this with you, you know exactly what is in there, and you've got the ability, should things spill in there or leak, you've got the ability to wipe clean too. And I would always also think about this, just take out the base for you as well. I'd also think about this as a great way to contain other things. I know a lot of the storage that we have, particularly a lot of the Totally Tiffany stuff, we always chat about the different ways that you can use these sort of like in real life, outside of craft as well. I mean, once again, these perfect just to take away maybe bits and pieces of your makeup, for example, or maybe if you're going camping, you can pop bits and pieces in these because the pockets, again, they're nice and deep. You know, you can fit quite a lot in these, and the fact that you've got the zip there means that everything's going to store and play absolutely beautifully for you. And then once you're done, you're simply just going to pop these back in the center console there, and they all stick in absolutely beautifully for you. I just think this is great. Again, with storage in mind, a lot of people have been chatting about, you know, New Year. getting themselves sorted as far as storage is concerned, then this is the way to go. And I also think, again, if you haven't got a lot of crafty space at home, it just allows you to contain everything all in one place, and it's all in one handy folder for you, one binder for when you want to go and travel away with this. $49.99 or $59.95 is the price on that, or $39, it's not price per ink pad, $39.99 or $47.96, and 50 bonus points on this as well. So brand new today, £40 or $47.96 and 50 bonus points alongside that too. Another great addition, I think, to anyone's craft room and to anyone who has tons of crafty stuff like we all do, then this is an absolute must to go for. So pop that in your basket. It's going to be one of those days today where I tell you to buy everything. Yes, Charlotte, just buy. And if you didn't grab this yesterday, then this is absolutely something that you need to jump in on. The Template Library Showstopper Collection is officially limited stock. It went limited yesterday, and we literally have a handful of these showstoppers available for you. A game changer in the world of craft is this, and this really is for everybody. This is the ability for you to be able to take this template library, which I'll go through in just a second with you, and become like an expert card maker straight off the bat with this. Because initially, when I saw this, I thought, well, you know, if we're sort of offering this up to everybody, then, you know, potentially we're going to come in and give you some more simple cards to get you started with, and then maybe, you know, as we sort of go along, then the more difficult cards will come later down the line. This is incredible, because what you've got in here is a mixture of templates for all sorts of different projects, as you're seeing here. 30 listed within the booklet, and the booklet, the recipe booklet that you're going to get, actually matches up perfectly with the templates that you're going to get in the other booklet as well. As you're seeing here, you've got your storage holder as well there, so everything comes packed down in that. Then you can get all of your storage dividers and then store all of your template libraries within it. That's the list of everything that you're going to get here. So 30 different projects in the template library. And I've got to be honest with you, some of these, even Sarah was saying yesterday as well, some cards that we sort of never even heard of. And this is the point here, taking you from maybe having never made a card before to getting the template library and making your first card a double diamond fanfold card. I mean, seriously. Or maybe you think to yourself, well, actually today I'm going to make a double stepper card. Or maybe, where was my favourite one? It was down this side. It was the one with the easel card. Where is it? Oh, the corner easel, no, the corner fold easel card, which won the demo of the day yesterday. Charlotte's was the infinity card, the card that never ends. And then Johnny, you like the arrow card, didn't you, which Sarah was making yesterday. And what it is, I'll show you some finished samples in just a second, but I just want you to see the templates that you're going to get as well. So you get these in a booklet form. And the templates themselves are on this ring binder. So when you want to use them, they simply just pull out off the ring binder. You can use them on your cardstock that you want, and then you can pop them back into the folder when you're not using them. It tells you everything that you need to know as well, okay? So it tells you the size of the cardstock you're going to need to be using. It tells you what everything is as far as the template is concerned, because you've not just got the outline of the template included with these, you've got all of the mats and layers, all of the embellishments within them too, and it could not be simpler. On them, you'll notice here, for example, so this one is number 11, they're out of order. This one is the Concertina surprise box, so you go, okay, that one's number 11, so I'm going to tear that one out of my binder, and then I'm going to go to my booklet. In my booklet, I'm going to search for number 11. There we go, and it matches up perfectly. Your Concertina surprise box, so you've got the picture of what you're going to be making there. Obviously, you'll make it look how you want it to look with the cardstock and the paper that you will have in your craft room. On the back, all of the information and all of the detail that you need to be able to craft through this. And look, again, you've got so many different projects in here. That one is the beautiful double Dutch fold heart card. There's a theatre gatefold card in here. You've even got as well envelopes in here too, so envelopes of different shapes and sizes to correspond with a lot of the cards that you're going to be making within the actual template library. There's a handbag card. You've also got that amazing zigzag cascading card, and this is the thing that tipped it for me as well, right? So You know me, make a card now and again, but I do love a card making kit. You remember recently we did the floral cascading card kit where everything kind of pre-done for you. Brilliant, just pop it out of the card stock and you can create a card just like this. Never did I think that within a few weeks of having had play with that, we would have a kit like this which would allow me to do that from scratch. And that's what this is going to allow you to do. Even if you've never crafted before, you are going to be creating cards and projects just like this, for example. This is another one of my absolute faves. So, beautiful card, which has got inside it a little stepper card that pops out. I mean, how incredible is that, right? And how would you even go about creating something like that from scratch if you didn't have the templates, if you didn't have the instructions? That's exactly what you've got here. You've got beautiful cards like this that you can make. This could be the first card that you ever make, and you'll do it really, really easily with your template library. You've got stunning cards just like this. So that one is is that true, Johnny? Sorry, I've just been interrupted. Apparently all you guys want to see John as it's Valentine's Day. That is number 7, double stepper card. We'll get him in for you later on. Now this is my favourite. This is my favourite one. It won yesterday's card of the show, of the day. This is number 25 on your templates. How stunning is this card with the little easel that pops up in there as well? I mean, how would you even go about creating something like that? Particularly if you're new, you'd have no idea. Here, we've got a template to allow you to do that, and you'll be creating cards like that in next to no time. No, not this one, not this exact card, Charlotte. Oh dear, oh dear. A version of this card won yesterday. Seriously, Charlotte, where were you? Can I just say also within this, you're going to receive a set of dies. These dies have been specifically made to work in conjunction with all of the templates and cards that you're going to be making from this template library. And the other thing to chat about as well, of course, you've got all of the instructions on the templates, all of the instructions within the recipe booklet. Haven't mentioned yet that you also have video tutorials for each and every one of the projects with Leanne. And there she is, lovely Leanne. What you're going to do when you get this home, there's a little card inside your box, and then that has a URL link on it. You're going to type that link into your computer, and up will pop the portal. Sounds very space age and futuristic. On that portal, there is a video for each and every one of the cards that you're going to make. I love that rocker. How incredible. So you've got words, you've got pictures, you've got video as well. And all of that is included within this amazing template showstopper. I've not even mentioned what you get as far as the showstopper is concerned. Basically, for an extra £16 or $21, you are going to get 2 of our ink pads, water-active ink pads. You're going to get a tape pen and some of our foam pads too for an extra £5 or $5. That's why the majority of people, I think, have gone for the template library showstopper, because they just want to get the added extras as well, items which will be very handy for you to have in your locker when it comes to crafting with these. Let me just tell you, we have double figures now remaining on the showstopper. If you want it, please, please, please don't delay. Get it today. The 2 things that you need to snap up really quickly, the 3 things that you need to snap up really quickly today, maybe 4. The 3 things that you definitely need to really snap up quickly today: the template library showstopper, the Shimmer ink pads, and this brand new binder. Those need to be snapped up as a matter of urgency, because we are very, very busy. And we'll add a 4th on there as well. Thank you, Johnny. We are into double figures now as well of the showstoppers on the Through the Looking Glass. It might be a 4 o'clock finish for us today, is all I'm saying. We're gonna go we're gonna go over to Jan in just a second. Let me say a few hellos. I know I've been absolutely talking non-stop for the last 25 minutes. For that, I apologise. Kirsty D is in saying, good morning, everyone. I'm working from home today, so I can watch on the TV instead of my phone. Hi to Michelle, who says, happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's. Hi, Lakieta says, I missed out on the full collection of the Shimmer inks. Get those in your basket. Beth's in. Hi to Val. Hi to Shadiah. Sarah Brown's in, sending love from Melbourne, Australia. The Shimmer inks are amazing, says Hannah. Grab them. The colours are so different from any other ink pad I've ever used, and make the card look a level up, says Anne Myers. Kathy in Mechanicsburg says, happy Valentine's Day, Jan and Ben. Happy Valentine's Day. I have those Shimmer inks. They're so cool. Hannah says, I miss all my crafty friends on here. A John sighting would be very good. Not had one in a while. And the John sighting would be the perfect Valentine's Day gift, says Carletta. I'm not good enough for you. Fine. No, we'll go and get him in a minute. Let us crack on and get doing some demoing, and we will find John very shortly. The Through the Looking Glass collection. Let's get Jan's take on this. Do you want me to do the boards first? Actually, let's hear from Jan first, because I've been chatting on for absolutely ages. Apologies. It was Johnny just telling me to talk.
It's quite all right. It's given me a chance to collect my thoughts, honestly.
But what a day, right? We've got lined up. Incredible.
Oh, I can't. Do you know, when I saw the list of products for the show, I was just so excited because we've got so much stuff on here, particularly those ink pads, because I know there's a lot of you out there have been waiting for them to come back in stock. And you know what's happened on the previous occasions. You know, history will repeat itself. We can only order them so many at a time.
Yeah, exactly right.
And they're going to go again. I can guarantee that. You know, how quickly depends on you guys, but they will go again.
Yeah.
So I've kept saying, when people have asked questions about them, I haven't had a chance to play with them yet. I've actually got some now.
Yes.
So yes, I can actually take them home, have a play with them, and hopefully be able to answer any questions about them next time I'm here. So yes, I've been waiting for them to come back in as well, because I didn't get them on the first time round. So we're going to come back to that Through the Looking Glass.
Brilliant.
So this is a special Sarah signature collection. It's one of the box collections. I love these. I've always been a big fan of the signature collections anyway, regardless, even the ones, you know, that have come as a whole set of goodies. But the boxed ones particularly, I just think they're so nice to have them all on your shelf with the labelling on so that you can see what they are. And they're so easy. Excuse me sniffling today. I've just come down with cold again, and I'm trying my best not to keep sniffling up. It's horrible, especially when you've got a microphone nearly under your nose, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So do we want to have a look through the box? Shall we look at the bits in the box?
Unbox it, why not?
It says includes over 205 elements. So, you know, if you like this particular theme, this is a great one to have. But even if you're not sort of an Alice in Wonderland person, then, you know, there's still lots in here that you can use within your crafting. So I'm just going to delve inside here to start off with. So first of all, we've got a whole set of metal dies, and I'm going to use some of these in my first demo here. We've got this gorgeous frame, which could actually be sort of made into like a mirror for going through the looking glass kind of thing. We've got Alice herself. We've got the little cat here.
Cheshire cat.
My little one's just discovered the Cheshire cat, but he calls him Pressure Cat.
The Pressure Cat.
He's the Pressure Cat. Yeah, honestly, he's got a stuffed cuddly, and he's Pressure Cat. Yeah, we have a list of Tobyisms because he has sort of his own way of saying things, which are just so cute, honestly. But yeah, he's become Pressure Cat. He's now known as Pressure Cat. So yes, and then we've got some obvious, you know, drink me, eat me sort of ones, and then you've got the key on there with the lock. This one actually coincides with the stamp for the little clock. So all thematic. You've got that teapot there. We've got the suits for the cards, which you can do with the stamp set. And if I bring you the stamp set in, you can see how they match nicely. You know, you've got the hat there, you've got that little clock that you can die cut, you've got the playing cards here. It's all, you know, the bottle. It's very, very thematic, and I absolutely love this. My eldest daughter is a big fan of this particular theme, so I know future cards coming up for her sorted with this. Done, So that's the dies and the stamps in there, which we will have a look at in due course. We've also got, I said 2 stencils, there's actually 4 stencils in here, so if I just take these onto here, you can see we've got It's Always Tea Time, so we're going to use one of these in the first demo, and these are a lovely little 6x4 size, so they're very manageable.
It's my favourite one.
I love this one. We're all mad here.
That's us, isn't it?
I think we have to be. I would say my house is like this as well. We're all mad here. You know, such a madness helps with anything, doesn't it? I love that one. And you can see you've still got all these themed elements. You've got the top hat with the playing cards. We've got the clock timepiece here. So really, really lovely. We're going to use this one first up. So we've got that lovely sort of branch with Alice in the garden there. And then you've got this one.
Ooh, yes.
I love this one because you've got all the elements to then embellish other things. So you've got lots of little stencils here, which have got all the suits from the playing cards. We've got the checkerboard, which obviously, again, very thematic, the diamonds, and then we've got some of those sentiments as well, if you want to stencil them rather than die cut them. So yeah, all mixes and matches beautifully in there. Of course, you always get your cards and your envelopes in there, so 6x4 in that one. And then we've got I'm going to do this one later on in the show at 2 p.m. We've got a little template which makes the most exquisite little gift box that you could perhaps just pop a couple of chockies in or something like that. If you just wanted to say thank you or just cheer somebody up, we're going to actually make this up as a little gift box later on at 2 o'clock. So yeah, you've got this one to draw around, and then you've got your lines in it which will show you where to score. And as I say, I'll go through this one with you later. We've got an extra little stamp in there. This is my dream. I'll decide where to go from here. I just love it. And again, all with those little diamonds and hearts and clubs from the card suits. And then embellishments.
Ooh, yes.
Lovely embellishments. Again, you've got that beautiful red satin ribbon in 3 different sizes.
Gorgeous.
We've got the self-adhesive gems in there in the silver, black, the red and the blue, which all coordinate beautifully. Little shaker pieces.
Oh, the heart sequins.
So again, we're going to use some of these later on in that second show. So little red heart sequins, absolutely gorgeous. And not even just shaker cards, they'd be there as embellishments. You know, you can actually just dot a little bit of glue, bit of tacky glue and pop them as embellishments. And then you've actually got some little silver charms as well. So these are gorgeous.
Cute.
You've got keys in here, you've got the little teapot, you've got the looking glass itself. There's the little rabbit in there, absolutely gorgeous, just to add a finishing touch. And then as always with the boxes, you've got your selection of 8x8 papers and matching cardstocks. So we've got double-sided paper, we've got a busy theme one side, we've got that more plainer version. You can just see those diamonds again in the background. So these are nice, you know, to sort of do mats and layers with, bring the corners back so that you can see that second side. But again, lovely set, and you can see that colour theme is absolutely beautiful there. Look at that one with the bunting.
Stunning, isn't it?
Absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got the plain coloured card, okay, to actually match. And you can see, you know, if I just put straight away that one with that one, you can see how it's all that thinking. And that's what I like about these collections. It's all thought out so that you can grab anything out of here and mix and match it with each other, and you know it's going to work. So if you're just starting out your journey and you're not so sure about sort of what colour goes with what and where to place things and things like that, these are a great starting point because a lot of the work's done already. So you can sort of enjoy it and do the playing side of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some elements out of here, and we're actually going to pop them into a card. Lovely. So I'm going to use the little stencil with Alice on there first of all. So let's just move some of these out of the way.
How gorgeous will those shimmer inks look with this box as well?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Perfect.
As I say, I've yet to, as soon as we've finished here, I've got a box down at the side of me here, I'm diving straight in there to have a look at those, Because I was on holiday last week. It's been a bit of a rush getting ready for the show today. So yeah, I had all the things delivered here because I knew I thought I'd be here early this morning. Typical. Little did I know I was going to get stuck on the motorway for 2.5 hours, but you know, these things are sent to testers, aren't they?
That's it.
So I've got my dies, I've got my stamps. I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling first. And what I've done is I've just used some of the papers. Now, I've taken the pattern side to do for my mats and layers, but I'm going to use that plainer side to stencil on. So I've just cut this down to the size that I want for my project, and I'm actually going to pop this sort of towards the bottom. And yeah, we don't get all the tree in, but we don't need it all. No. I've got the bits that I want. I've got the branches here, I've got the branch with the cat here, the little rabbit, and then I've got Alice. So all I'm going to do is take a little bit of tape, and just tape that at the back so that it doesn't move. And then you can do this with any of your inks. Now, I've actually got my opaque inks at the moment. It could easily be done with those shimmer inks. And had I had a little bit more time, I think I probably would have gone with those. But I've brought my opaque pigments. And I've also brought my little finger daubers. So I'm just going to take that one out that matches. And we're just going to literally push a little bit of that blue ink through the stencil so that we've got that detail over the top. Now, if you don't want to do this on the paper, you can do it on a piece of plain cardstock. So you can use some of that multi-purpose card. You could probably do it onto watercolour card. You get a different reaction there. You could do it onto Nina cardstock. You could probably even get away with doing it onto craft card, would give you a completely alternative look. But all I'm doing is just literally using the dauber to push that ink through the stencil there. So it just takes a minute or two. These
That's
ink
all right.
pads, I mean, I've had mine a while, but they're so juicy.
Yeah.
I've had to take off quite a lot of the surplus ink.
That's the thing. You'd be
And then
surprised
just
how long
keep
they
dabbing
last.
back into it, yeah. So again, all I'm doing is just pushing it through with the little dauber. Really, really simple. Doesn't really need a lot of skill. I'm probably going, yeah, I'm going to say I've gone off the edge there, but we're not to worry.
Just whilst you're inking, just a few more hellos. Terry Barrow says, I've got my library. I use it every day for the last week and I love it. Shaddai says, I love the paper in this subs box. I had to get another one. Again, you know, for the value and the bonus points today. Why not? And Hannah Hicks has just said, this box with the Shimmer inks, ow! She says. Love the sequin hearts, and Michelle saying I love the charms that have been coming in these boxes. And just to pick up on something that you said earlier, Jan, as well about these boxes, and case in point, and those of you who look at our socials will have seen yesterday. So Charlotte and I yesterday did some crafting in between shows.
I saw, yes. As I say, I was watching yesterday.
Yeah, and do you know what? Both made 2 lovely cards. I gave my card to Mrs M this morning and she was delighted.
Oh, brilliant.
The reason why I go to these boxes is exactly for the reason that you said, is that I know, thanks to a lot to you, Jan, obviously, and Craig, who I've done craft-alongs with, I feel like I can craft a bit now. But my thing is like, I'm not quite sure what papers might match with what, and I like a box where everything's just done for you, so you can just pick and play. And that's exactly what this is, isn't it? It's like pick and play, everything's in there for you. It's like someone's been out, done all the hard work, and then you can just have a great time with it. And actually, Charlotte was saying yesterday, it was the first card you made, Charlotte, wasn't it? Yep. Yeah, so, and again, 2 fantastic cards. So it's so easy to do with these boxes, isn't it? Because everything's there.
It is. It's taken a lot of the thinking process. I mean, if you're a more seasoned crafter, you're probably used to actually, pairing up papers and colours and things like that. But this allows anybody, like you just said, Ben, even though you're coming on with your crafting journey now, when I think, maybe to like 12 months ago, 18 months ago, you've come such a long way in that space of time. But it does give you that sort of starting point, that stepping point. You're on the first level already because you've got everything there in front of you that you know is going to work. So if I take this off now, you can see here we've got that lovely design. Just going to take it gently off the so that I don't damage my stencil. There we go. Get rid of that piece. That's done its job. And you can see how we've got that lovely little design that's just emerged onto that piece of paper. Now, it was a little bit higher up than I anticipated. So what I'm going to do is just take the ink and fill that bottom edge in, because I want it to sort of go right down to the bottom.
Without panicking, you
I was going to say,
Jan,
producer Johnny's panicking in our ear.
80% of the stock of this has gone. It's supposed to last all day. Oops.
Oops.
Launched officially just now, and it's supposed to be here all day. I can tell you that 80% of the stock has gone. We're supposedly having a full masterclass later on, but if it keeps going at the rate it is,
should
we
be
might be struggling.
And then I'm just quickly, everybody's like, oh, it's you've got ink everywhere, but bearing in mind that everything's water-based, I'm literally just going to spritz it with a little bit more water, and this is why my cloth's so dirty, because I just do it onto the cloth. And basically, just be careful, be aware, obviously you've got like pieces here that are loose. Just go in the same direction, and that little bit of water is enough to clean these up and have them ready for the next time. So don't put them away with your ink on, otherwise you're going to have everything covered in your choice of ink. But you can see how that's come up nicely, ready to go back in the box. It's as simple as that.
Lovely.
If you're a wet wipe user, you could do the same with a wet wipe or with a damp cloth, but that's why I use those cloths. So we'll pop that back to one side. I've got my little piece at the ready now, and then I want to do a little bit of die cutting as well to go with this. So I'm actually going to take the frame here, and I'm going to take Alice as well.
Okay.
I've already done a little bit of it so that we can skip ahead. So I'm going to put Alice just on. These are little scraps from the papers that I've had left over when I've been doing other projects. And then this one's going to go onto the same blue, and then we're going to start and layer everything up so that we've got like a little scene around it. So again, I'm just going to pop these. Now, these will just excuse me a second because
right.
I'm going to have a quick blow of my nose. I do apologise.
I'll say hello to Sandra. It says, hi all, crafting with my first template whilst watching. Number 26 is in progress, which is the pop-up diamond card. Marvellous. Anne says, the box is really built up my confidence with card making. There you go, you see another one. And Sarah Brown says, beep, 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 beep. News in from Australia. Beep, 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 beep. I've just ordered the Shimmer ink pads. Oh, look, I'm in the box and on the screen at the same time. That was brilliant. Double Ben. Sorry about that. I've never seen that happen before. Sorry, Jan, back to you.
That's all right, yes. So, I've actually got these. I've just trimmed the sides off here because this fits nicely in my little mini folder here. So, just going to pop them through. And then we're going to take Alice as well and pop her through. So this is the biggest die, so that means that all of them are going to fit through the mini.
Yeah.
So we've got that one done, we've got the little centrepiece, and then I need to just cut Alice as well.
Christina's new, says, I'm really new to all of this, and I'm still waiting for all my stuff to arrive so I can start. What did you order, Christina? What did you order to get you started? Hey, once you started, though, you won't stop, will you, Jan?
It's a very dangerous game, isn't it? Very addictive.
It is.
I speak firsthand.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just going to take out, that little frame is absolutely gorgeous. As I say, I can just see this with a bit of mirror card behind it and it would look like a mirror, wouldn't it? And then we've got Alice here again, here she is. And then obviously we've got that centre that's come out of the centre of the frame, which we're going to sort of not use in this instance, but later on in the masterclass, I'm actually going to incorporate this bit as well. So I'm just going to pop that to one side.
Yeah.
And what I've already done is cut these once already, because when I'm making things that are just paperweight, sometimes even cardstock, I like to do a couple of layers and stick them together just to give a little bit more body to them, because this is quite flimsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're going to stick it down flat, that's absolutely fine. But if you're going to add any dimension to it, it's just a little trick. And because you're die cutting, you know that they're going to, layer up beautifully. So again, I've just put some little dots on there and literally lay one over the top of the other, and it just gives it a bit more substance. I do this a lot with sentiments. If I'm cutting sentiments out of cardstock, I tend to cut them 2 or 3 times and actually layer them up like that. And I'm going to do the same with this one, because as I say, it is just a very lightweight paper that we've got in the boxes there. So again, just a little bit of the tacky glue there, probably a bit more than I needed, but there we go. And pop them together, and what I've done is I've just gone round the outside with that finger dauber that I've just used. I didn't actually put any more ink on. I've just literally taken it round the outside of it just to add a little bit of depth, and then I've popped some little gems just in the centre there to add a bit of detail. So we've got some of our embellishments ready. I've also from here taken the little kitty. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got a little Cheshire cat there.
Pressure cat.
Pressure cat, yep, if he's watching. Just had his birthday last week, which is why I was off all my days. He has had a beano, an absolute ball, bless him, yeah. He's got a whole new pirate bedroom.
Oh, pirate
themed bedroom. He's quilted his curtains, he's got all sorts in there, yeah. He's thrilled to bits with it.
That's great.
He's got a little stuffed parrot that he's named Pieces of 8.
Pieces of 8?
Pieces of 8.
That's a great
So you can
name.
see here, I've actually stamped out, the stamp is in the stamp set there, for the little clock, the little timepiece, and then you've got the die to cut it out. So again, I've done that one a couple of times and cut that out. And then I've also taken one of these, again, sentiments. Every adventure requires a first step. And this is where that other stencil came in. You know, I said there was the one with all the little elements on it. So here, just taking a few of the diamonds, a few of the hearts, and just adding that little bit to the background. You're almost creating your own designs there, and that's just, I think these are great. Not just with this set. I think this would be one of the ones that goes in the everyday box, because they're so useful for just, when you're wanting that, it needs a bit of something. And what I like to do with these as well sometimes, if I'm making a straightforward card that opens, you know, normally like a book, I often decorate the inside and stamp a sentiment. And again, just linking it with a little bit of inking with the stencils on the inside links takes you inside to your outside. Now we're actually going to be making a different style with this one, so let's pop all the pieces together.
Okay.
So I've got my 5x7 as a base card, and then I've scored the front of it at 2.5 inches to actually create like an easel.
Okay.
So we're not going to do a straightforward natural easel, but this is basically the beginnings of my card now. So what I've done, I've cut some of the papers, and we've got some mats and layers going on. I'm just going to grab a tape pen there. We got one. Ooh, got some extra stuck to it there. Oh. And just use our matte black card, and if you want to add things like that, these are what I call my sort of go-to. I usually have the black card in, I usually have the craft card in, as well as my multi-purpose, and Nina are probably my sort of top 4 go on the watercolour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that one's going to go across the front here like so. So again, I'll stick with the tape pen.
Gareth, you made me laugh. So I've just a message from Gareth. He says, "There goes my craft ban out of the window." I'm sure you were on like a craft ban yesterday as well, Gareth. There's no point trying to ban yourself, I think, because if you watch, you're going to buy. As Christine Mahoney says to Christina, who's our newbie, says, "Christina, be prepared to be broke all of the time. Lol, you will love everything." Hopefully you won't be broke, because we try and make things very affordable. And we give you discounts and bonus points, and Club Inspire as well, Christian, if you haven't yet joined. And
it's not just the product, is it? It's like more often than not, like that deal with this box this morning, with the pens in it and everything, it's just unbelievable.
Incredible.
So you're actually getting, you know, extra sort of goodies in with that price this morning, which is amazing.
Yeah, and the 100 bonus points. So again, theoretically making things even more affordable for you, because the more points you get,
yep,
the
better the discount. So again, you know, even if you're not a colourist and you think, oh well, you know, I'd like the box, but I'm not bothered about, you know, the pens would make excellent gifts. You know, if you wanted to keep the box to play with yourself and gift out the pens, you know, there's lots of different ways.
Yeah.
So this one's actually going to go on the front here like so. So we've actually got sort of that beginnings of the easel. You can see that design there, how we've got the fold at the end.
Yeah.
And then I've just done a plain black and white matte layer that we're going to put our stenciled piece on. So again, I'm going to keep this one nice and flat. And we're going to lay that one on here just to frame it.
Beautiful.
Like so. Oops. Be better if it was straight, Jan.
Nothing wrong with a wonky mat and layer.
Well, we're going to do a wonky one anyway when we place it, so it'd be better if the actual mat was straight. There we go. And then I'm just going to build up some of these elements now. So this one's actually going to go as the focal point on the front at a slight angle like so. I'm going to use these two to actually build up the details for the stopper. So I want some little foam pads. Have we got? I bet we haven't got any tiny ones. Let me have a.
Do you know what? I want to say that we do have tiny ones and not big ones.
Is it the other? Is that the way around?
But guaranteed, now you're looking for the little ones. There'll be big ones and not little ones.
No, I've found some.
Have you got them?
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
So I just want to pop some of these around the edge, and again, that's one of the reasons why I've actually strengthened it a little bit, just so that we can pop a little bit of height here. So I'm not too worried. These are quite a thick one, but they'll be okay because we want that to sort of create the stopper for the easel card. So again, just put 4 on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to place this one in the centre.
Yeah.
So let's take the backs off there. Oh, it's one of those.
Oh, do you know who was saying yesterday there was? It was Debbie, wasn't it? I think she was saying because it's hot in here, it was struggling to get the back off the foam pads.
Sometimes you get a pack that they don't want to release at all.
Oh, really?
And you get others that just come off without even trying, yeah. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to pop this to one side, and you'll be able to do a better job than I have because I can see my foam pads through there, but you get the idea. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one in the centre. So this is actually the same size, so it's just been cut out in white. You remember I said that you get the centrepiece out of that design here. So I've just cut the whole design in white, and we've now got the piece that will fit back in there for my sentiment.
Perfect. What does that sentiment say?
It says, every adventure requires a first step.
Ah.
And it doesn't matter what your adventure is it? You've got to go forward for it, yeah? And actually go there.
Keep stepping.
And then we're going to have this one is going to go at a slight angle. So I just want some glue, whoops, I keep picking that piece up, across the bottom here.
I was picking a few bits and pieces up with that yesterday, making a card. I think I stuck a bit of Charlotte's coat to the card that I made. Yeah, nice extra embellishment there, bit of fluff.
And then again, I've just got these little elements. As I say, you can have a real play with all the little die cuts and things like that. And, you know, perhaps spend an hour or so die cutting, you know, different elements in different colours and create yourself a little stash. And then keep it in the box so that when you do come to make a card, you've got some ready and you can have a play around, you know, place them sort of dry without gluing them and get your design sort of out in your head before you start sticking things together. And that's often my way of designing. It's like I'll sort of get everything ready and I don't stick anything down until I'm sure that that's where I want it to go on the layout. And then again, just to keep this side straight, I'm going to pop some little foam pads behind Alice as well so that we've got an anchor at that side. So 1, 2, 3 on there. Yeah, these ones are quite clingy.
Yeah.
There we go. So these ones, she's going to go at this side here. And then that's going to give a sort of an anchor point there for that one. Okay, so if I give you that a spin round now, we'll let our Charlotte have a little look.
That's incredible.
So incorporating lots and lots of elements. You know, we've used some of the stamps, we've used some of the dies, we've used the stencil, we've used the papers. I use black card with it, but there's no reason, because I use the blue card at the front, I thought the blue would be a bit too much to do the matting and layering as well. So I've just popped in some of that matte black card, as I say, which I know a lot of you have got in your stash. So yeah, just one idea of how to use and mix and match those elements there.
That's brilliant. I absolutely love that. You guys are loving it too. Thank you for demoing this right away. Oh, the right way to use the tape pen, Nana Jan says, should I? Now I'm an expert. No damaged ones in a long while.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Christina, who's new, says she's bought the Through the Looking Glass showstopper, the Shimmer pads collection, a Gemini and a MIDI, and a ton of dies. Oh, and last night you said I got the Crafters template showstopper. I mean, that's a haul, isn't it? That is what you call a crafty haul.
That is definitely a haul. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
That is. Go big or go home, as they say. Lena's offering some advice to Christina as well, saying, Christina, get ready to build an extension to your house. You'll soon have so much crafty stash. And Gareth on the craft band says, but my birthday's coming up, so this is all pre-birthday present buying from the money that I'll probably get. That is good thinking. Just hope you don't get socks and pants.
There's a hint in there somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah. Where's all my money? Got some socks and pants.
I love it, yeah.
Anne says, morning all, got the Shimmer ink pads and 2 through the looking glass. John, can you just do me a quick favour?
Yeah.
There's a massive clamour on the socials to see you as it's Valentine's, so can you just quickly come over and say hello? I'm not even joking you, it's on here. Yeah. Just come on quickly. Look, I'll show you. No, I know you're not dressed for it. You haven't got your makeup on. I know. Look, I'm not taking the Mickey. Where is it?
Look,
there's massive John demand. You just wish everyone happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
It's one of them. He's not looking.
Liam's here as well. Do you want to come in and wave, Liam?
Oh, we've got all the boys in today. That's it. Look.
Happy Valentine's. Thank you. That's it now. The things we get these guys, they're so busy, they're running around doing all this stuff, and then there's me going, oh, can you just come in and wave?
Just pop on here a minute, yeah.
Like,
as if we've got nothing else to do.
They're so busy. Thank you guys. Lots of love for John and Liam coming through. You've made everyone very happy, guys. Thank you. Cute card, Michelle says, very nice cards, says Charlotte. Dawn, adorable. Thea, beautiful. Sandra, Ben, I've sent in a picture of the template library 26 card. It's just the basic card I did in 30 minutes on first attempt. We'll have a look, Sandra. I'm sure it's magnificent. And Michelle says, I'd like to say that I'm on a craft diet. The problem is that diet doesn't work any better than any of the others. Don't do a craft diet. Especially, listen, start your diet tomorrow, because today is too good to be dieting. There's too many. They've gone now for everyone saying, come back, John. He's disappeared. He's ran off. He's a bit shy. Yeah, very busy. We've got lots of shows going on, lots of studio swaps and all sorts. But listen, just to very quickly run through all that you're going to get within this box again. So you've got all of these beautiful stamps. If you love, you know, the Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass story, you're going to absolutely love this collection. Beautiful stamps, as you're seeing here. Some amazing sentiments as well. You're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret. All the best people are. I mean, how great is that sentiment? We're all mad here is another great one. But all of those beautiful stamps, you've got the dies to go with them as well. And then on top of that, all of these beautiful stencils too. So this one here, again, with lots of different patterns on it, lots of different backgrounds you can create with that. Love these little sayings from the story as well. Drink me, eat me, we're all mad here. This is the stencil that Jan used on the card that you just saw as well. It's almost where Alice first meets the Cheshire Cat. Really gorgeous scene is that one. You've also got this beautiful sentiment as well. It's always tea time. And this one here, which is we're all mad here. So those are all of your stencils. On top of that, you've got another beautiful stamp here. This is my dream. I'll decide where I go from here. And then take a look at all of the embellishments that you've got, all of the other goodies. You've got the stunning little charms in there with the looking glass, the little teapot, the little rabbit, the key in there as well. You've got beautiful ribbons in 3 different widths. You've also got all of these gems, 3 colours, 3 sizes of gems. And also you've got the sequins in there as well, the beautiful heart sequins. On top of that, you've got your template to be able to make your little teapot. As Jan was saying, you can make a cute little box out of that, maybe pop some little chocolates or goodies into it. And then all of those papers as well. And the papers are exquisite. And as I said yesterday, the fact here that you've got such beautiful papers back and front, everything's been thought of as far as kind of, you know, matching your papers and doing your mats and layers are concerned. If you're like me and struggle with that, then you've got the ability to just dive into the box, choose a paper, pick it maybe twice and you've got that gorgeous reverse. And then you've also got the block colours included in there as well, which is no mistake, match up absolutely perfectly with the colours that you've got in your paper pad. Now that's just the box itself. Don't forget, if you go for the showstopper, which everybody is because over 80% of the stock has gone, on top of that, you're going to receive all of these pens. So our classics in the pastels and the vintage, you're getting both of those. They're $19.99 or $31.99 those, which is incredible. It shows you the saving that you're making. You've also got your blending tool and you've got all of the water reactive inks included in there too. Smoke Pearl, Smoke Plume, and your Seal Brown. It's basically, for an extra £30 or $46, you're getting £60 or $96 worth of content plus 100 bonus points. That's why this is flying. The box on its own is marvellous, but the showstopper is absolutely incredible with all of those reasons to buy and the 100 bonus points. £60 or $80. We are well over, heading towards 85% of the stock on this. So please, please, please get that checked out. Also, if you want the Shimmer ink pads, get those checked out as well. We are super busy for those and everything. The template library is flying today as well. Let's give you opportunity to check out. By the way, just before we go to break, before you check out, don't forget that code as well, LOVE14, L-O-V-E 14. Last day to use that one to get yourself an extra 14% off, of course, excluding January and February launches, but there's a lot of items on the show today that you can use that on and get an extra saving on too if you haven't yet used it. Let's go to a break. You guys need to check out, and when we come back, more inspiration and demonstration. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook. where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've got a double bill of great news for our US crafters. You'll now pay less for delivery and your parcels will arrive in double quick time. Our team has joined forces with UPS to speed up the delivery of Crafters Companion orders across the USA. Order online with us and your crafting treats will arrive on your doorstep in just 2 to 3 business days. And shipping will cost just $9.95, so you can treat yourself to even more crafting goodies. So head over to the Crafters Companion website to place your order today. You'll be getting creative with all your treats in no time at all.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Loads of you checking out your baskets there, and that is a good plan of action because we're so busy today. This is a busy wake-up call, a busy day. It's just like a feast of craft today, and you guys are just saying, like, no point doing the diet thing. Shadiah just saying, don't talk to me about diets, Lord Ben. I'm a nurse, I don't believe in it. Either I'm eating or I'm not, so choose. I think, you know, it's a little bit of what you fancy, isn't it, really? Lots of you as well, very excited about all the boys on the show today. All the hotties, says Kathleen White. He's over there, Liam. Nice to see John and Liam, says Shadiah. John doesn't need anything to make the day special, says Hannah Hicks. Happy Valentine's Day to John, says Karen. All the John love now. Carol says, Happy Valentine's Day, John. You've made my day. He always makes our day here, just wandering around, just being the man that he is. And Hannah says, Ben, John and Liam, what more could we ask for? I mean... Oh, don't. I feel like that as well, Lee, to be honest with you, whenever John's around. And but what about Johnny? Where's the Johnny love? He's in there doing all the hard work, doing everything. Don't you come in again? He's at the window.
Here, shouldn't we?
Go off you go. It's John. He's like trying to come in again. No. Disrupting things.
Get them all in. We'll get Jake in. We'll get Brent in. Line them all up.
Brent,
we can just
we'll
have a
line
rest.
them all up. Get Sam in. Get them all in. Come on.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Right, let's get back to it. The Shimmer ink pads are absolutely flying out of the door. You guys have absolutely loved these. When we launched these at birthday, they were one of the quickest sellers. We had so many items which flew out of the door. at birthday, and these literally sold out. We got them back in again, they sold out. Got them back in again, they sold out. And then since then, we've had kind of like little smaller combinations of them. We've had sort of 1s and 2s of these, but we've not had the full collection back in stock for around about 4 months or so. Oh, hang on a minute. Here we go. Unbelievable.
He's eating a sausage.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Just wave and say Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Yeah. That's Jake done.
Oh.
Anyone else? Let us know. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What has this day become, eh?
I know.
Poor old Jake's having his breakfast. He's having his lunch, is he? Sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, these flew out. We've got them back, and it's the first time we've had them back in stock, all 10 together, since birthday. Saving 10% off the price you should be paying, £43.13 or £57.53, and these really are absolutely stunning, packed with rich and lustrous pearlescent pigment ink, and hopefully you can just see for yourself there all of these beautiful colours that you're going to be getting. They've got that gorgeous intense, it's probably easy to show you on the boards, but that intense metallic shine on these, perfect for doing like your big swatches and swipes of colour. So you can go straight into your papers and your cardstock with these to create beautiful backgrounds. And as we chatted about, remember when we were launching these, you know, lots of chat about people saying like the effect that they give you is like that effect of Centura Pearl. So, you know, why not kind of blend with these and create with these different colours perhaps that you haven't been able to buy from us previously, because that's what you've got the ability to do with these as well. Great for your embossing, great for your layering, great for your mixing, and the design of the pads as well is something that you guys absolutely love. They've been designed in such a way that they're really kind of like ergonomically friendly. Whether you're left-handed or right-handed, they're going to fit really nicely into the palm of your hand, so you can give those big bold sweeps of colour straight onto your cardstock, but then also you've got this like teardrop effect to it. So if you want to use these for sort of more finer detail, you have got the ability to be able to do that as well. So lots and lots of reasons to jump in and grab these. We will see these a little bit later on, but I think, do you know what, actually, before we get to these and potentially show you, I've just seen over on our Crafters TV Facebook page as well, there's a bit of a link back or a little video of Leanne with these as well. So if you do want to see these in action sooner rather than later, then check that one out on our Facebook page. But all of the colours that you're going to get, I'll show you the boards just again here. All 10 that we had when we launched them are here. So you've got your toffee apple, peach rose, I mean some absolutely beautiful colours. That Queen Bee is just quite simply gorgeous. Lime soda, frosty mint, tropic blue and starlit sky. You've got amethyst, sugar plum, and then that beautiful raspberry in there as well. £43.13 or $57.53. You can go for these individually, because I have seen people in the comments saying that they managed to get a few of them initially, but then missed out on the others. So if you want to go individually and complete your collection, that way you can. Although, as I've said, the fact that these have been out of stock as a bundle for so long, you might want to just jump in and grab the lot so that you don't risk out on missing these this time around, because they will disappear again, and they'll be one of those things like those finger daubers that we always go on about. Everyone wants to get these finger daubers, they come in and they go out again, and then we can never keep hold of them. That will be the same with these, and whilst we've got a deeper stock of these today than we've had for a while, please don't risk. And if you're going for the individuals, it's the lime soda that's proving very, very popular, and the Queen Bee. Those two individually are flying. And just to kind of reiterate how it works here, if those go individually, that means the bundle goes. So if loads of people are buying those individually, you then won't be able to get them in the bundle. So get the bundle if you haven't yet got it. Thank you for all the comments coming through. What a handsome trio. Loving the boys, says Sarah Brown. Janine says, now we just need our hottest Scotty. He's not in today, I can tell you that much. I'm sure if you go over onto his Facebook page, you'll be able to see him. Happy Valentine's Day to us, says Carol McDaniel. Eye candy galore. What are you lot like? Seriously. Right, stop listing names of the blokes in the business, Johnny, because we'll never get any work done otherwise, and then I'll get in trouble. Brand new launch today. Very quickly, let's have a look at this. The Store It All multi-pocket binder features 12 pockets. I saw somebody earlier on referring to this as their crafty briefcase. It is a little bit like that, actually, isn't it? For me, as I said earlier on, it's like we've had one of the large folders that we do our stamps and dies in, and it's gone to the gym. Look at that. It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger of folders, that one, isn't it? Look at me, come on. Look at all of the things I can hold. It's absolutely massive. But what you've got, again, if you've got the small stamp and die folder, then the large one, then you buy this. They all look beautiful together because they're all in company colours. You've got the Crafters logo there, and as beautifully made as the other ones are as well. Beautiful stitching. On the top there, you've got that really comfy handle as well, so if this does get a little bit heavy, it's not one of those like thin handles that ends up digging into your fingers and ends up hurting your fingers. It's nice and comfortable to hold, so everything has been thought of. You've got the zip around detail too, so everything that's in there is going to stay nice and secure, not going to be falling out all over the place. But then when we open it up, you can see what I mean by, well, the huge amount of items that you can store in here. This is far and away much more than just a stamp and die binder. You can hold pretty much like a mini craft room in here. And what I love about this the most, if I show you, like in ours, we've got some of our glue in here, we've got some of our pens, we've got tapes in here, we've got some of our sparkle pens down the bottom, we've got tools, more sort of glues and foam pads in here, got some of our glossy highlights, some ink pads. There's little pockets for each and everything that you could possibly think of, really. And these pockets themselves,
Wave while I was sat here.
Oh, Jan's had a brainwave.
Yeah, I'm coming back over here.
Okay, I'll throw to you for a brainwave in a second.
For my brainwave, yeah.
These can simply pop out, and then each of the main pockets, if you like, is divided into 4. So you've got loads and loads of room in there, whether it be for crafty items, whether it be for storing bits and pieces in. Like Jan always refers to her little gubbins box. You could keep your crafty bits and pieces in. I mean, you could almost have these as little pockets for particular projects, couldn't you? Because you could keep bits and pieces as far as cardstock and papers are concerned in one little side, and then all of your other bits and pieces in another. But the point is, all of these consoles pop out of the centre nice and easily for you. So, if you don't want to take the whole binder with you, you can simply select what you want, take it with you, and away you go. See-through, so you know exactly what's in them. Wipe clean as well. And like I said, don't just think about this as a really useful craft binder. Think about using this for all sorts of bits and pieces that you need to store. My mind initially is drawn to things like wash kits, maybe for your makeup as well. But there's a whole host of different things that you can store in here. What's your brainwave then, Jan?
Well, I've just got mine. I've just picked mine up this morning because, like I said, we've been on holiday last week. I'd had all the bits delivered to the studio. Excuse me. And this is mine, it's empty at the moment, and I'm just sat watching you there, Ben, thinking, right, what would be most useful in my craft room to store in there, to have on hand, to just reach for when I wanted it? And do you know what I'm thinking for mine?
What are you putting in yours?
It's going to be my scrap busting folder. So each pocket, because I store all my scraps of card in colour order.
Oh, so your gubbins?
Yeah, well, not the gubbins. The gubbins are all the embellishments and things, but
right,
the scraps...
Like you were using just then?
When you've got bits of cardstock left over, you'll all know what I'm talking about, because we all keep scraps, and it's like, even a postage-sized piece of paper may come in handy one day. But I think it's a good opportunity. I'm going to sort through mine, because at the moment I've got them in, coloured manila folders, if that makes sense. You buy a manila folder, but you can get them in different colours.
Yeah.
So blue scraps in a blue one, yellow ones in a yellow one, and so on. But they're not that easy to get to because I've always got something stood in front of them. And I'm just thinking all those pockets in there could have a different colour for each pocket, and we're going to be able to fit, a decent sized piece of paper in there and all the little scraps in that colour. And then I can just grab this when I need to do some die cutting.
There you go.
So that's my idea for my one when I get home. That's going to actually release an area of storage for me as well that I can use for something else.
That's a really good idea, and it might be what you've been thinking of at home as well. What's your reason to buy this? I think whatever it is, it's a brilliant, brilliant idea. Loads of you have already jumped in and grabbed this with the 50 bonus points as well. $39.99 or $47.96. The comments today, oh my goodness me. Hannah says, Ben, I think everyone's gotten worse since I've not been watching. Definitely had nothing to do with me. Yeah, I feel like I've not heard from you in a while, Hannah. It's lovely to have you back on today. Same old as far as I'm concerned. That's why we've had to sort of limit and ration John, you know, just a little bit. Kerry says, my husband may have forgotten Valentine's Day, but my favourite men sure came to the rescue. And Zoe says, I can imagine all the employees filing in behind Ben waving whilst he carries on with the show. I mean, it comes to something, doesn't it, when I'm the one trying to be professional. I mean, seriously. Please grab this. It's very, very popular today. Why would you not want this in your life? If you're crafting, storage is always a must, isn't it? And to have it transportable as well. Look at the size of this bad boy. You can keep so much in there.
Yeah.
50 bonus points as well. The other thing I must just bring to your attention is the template library, which is officially limited stock. For those of you who have just joined us, that means we've got just 10% or less than 10% of the stock remaining. And just bear in mind, this is all the stock now, isn't it, that we pretty much have left. We've got less than 70 of these remaining. And when you think about it, I think HSN have maybe still got a few left. I think we said on the website, Hobby Maker, you know, absolutely flew out the door and sold out. So this is it. This is what we have got left. If you have not yet picked this up, please, please, please make sure you dive in and grab this today, because once it has gone, it has gone. And you know, you've seen this so many times over the course of the last day or so, but it's a system, if you like, an idea, which I just think is so brilliant, that allows you straight off the bat to be able to create unbelievable cards, just like you're seeing here. This particular style won yesterday's card of the show. But, you know, particularly as a newbie, I look at this and think there's no way, is there, that you would ever attempt straight off the bat to create something like that, a tri-fold shutter card, for example. Well, we've got a template in the template library to be able to do that. What about, you know, if you are good with your cards potentially, but you know, maybe not so much with construction, there's loads of different ideas for construction within your template library as well. That's your beautiful milk carton. That's actually the first one that you've got within the booklet. We've got little triangular boxes in here too. This is super cute. Number 11, which is this little concertina box. Love the way, again, that beautifully links at the top, but then inside, all the instruction and all the detail to be able to create a really cute little concertina effect inside there. What else have we got? I'll just show you a few more. This is cute. You can make a little theatre card. Number 17 in the booklet with a little belly band. How gorgeous is that? So again, you get everything you need as far as the template is concerned, and for all of your mats and layers as well. And the sentiment that you've got in the centre of there has also come from the dies that you're going to get included in it as well. So all the dies are going to work beautifully with lots of the cards that you've got within this collection. Let me just show you another couple which I absolutely love. I'll dig out an infinity card as well in a second. This one is the card, which is beautifully decorated on the outside, but inside you've got a hidden stepper. I'd never seen anything quite like that until yesterday, and I just think it's absolutely brilliant. Again, all of these cards that I'm showing you here are included within the template library. I've got to find it before I just show you the booklet. Where's the infinity card? Look, there's a little bag there that you can make. I think Charlotte might have taken it, you know. A little storybook card you can make. That's number 14. Oh, look at that. How super cute. You can make a little strawberry box as well. We were saying yesterday also that could double up as like a little diamond box, couldn't it? Here it is. This pleases me, Jan.
You like that one?
No end.
They're clever, aren't they?
They are just absolutely brilliant. And again, you know, a lot of clever people out there perhaps know how to do this, but what a faff potentially, without a template, you have got all of this in template form to be able to achieve these really, really simply. And if I just show you very quickly why and how easy this is to work. So you've got those dies, all of these templates, so many cards, All of these templates are included in book form. So what you'll do, you'll select the one that you want out of the book. It's very clever because they're all in a ring binder, but then once you've chosen the particular template and you've used it, it will then simply slot back onto the ring binder. So it makes it really, really easy to use, makes it really easy to keep your templates all in one place, keep them clean, keep them safe and keep them stored. So for example, let's look at a different one. So I'm going to flick through my little template library. Like, oh, I like that one. What's that one? Oh, it's Johnny's favourite, number 13. That is your arrow fold card. So there's my template. I've got my embellishments here. This one here, and it tells you that's my mat and layer. And even on here, so you know which is your score line. You know which ones are your fold lines. And it even tells you what size cardstock that you need to be using as well. And even here, this one tells you that it flattens to a 7x5 card. So you know what size envelope you're going to be needing too. So I said what number did I say that was? 13. So I've got my template out of my book. So I go into my my recipe booklet here. I find number 13. And there it is, my arrow fold card. So I can simply select this one. I've got the picture there on the front. On the back, I've got all of the detail and how I need to be able to put this together. And if that's not enough for you too, in the box that you're going to receive with this, so you get your storage box included with this as well, you will get a card. On that card is a link to all of the digital content, which is with Leanne, and you basically get a video, a tutorial for each and every one of the projects within the library, which is incredible. This is Debbie here, just again showing you how really easy it is to use your template library. And we said this yesterday. Do you know what? All you really need alongside this, a scoreboard, maybe a guillotine. I mean, obviously, if you want to use the dies to embellish it, you will need a die cutting machine of sorts. But if you just want to use the templates as is, you don't even need a die cutting machine at this point, which is just incredible. But like I've said, it's a must for everybody. If you are perhaps someone who's further down that journey of making cards, maybe you're stuck in a rut of just, I don't know, making the same old card, or maybe just using like a 10-fold card. This is the way to be able to kind of change things up just a little bit. And if you're new to crafting, if you're new to card making, what a way to get started to potentially make a card like you're seeing Debbie make here in this video as your first project. Select your template, use your recipe book, use the video that you're seeing here with Leanne, for which you'll get the link, and all of a sudden, as your first card, you've created something as magnificent as this card that Debbie is showing you here, which is the Step Rocker card, which is number 2 on your list of items that you can make. It is a phenomenal, phenomenal thing. I think it's one of the best things that we've come up with. And don't forget, the Showstopper collection actually brings you another tape pen. You get 2 of our ink pads, and you get some foam pads included in there as well. $75.99 or $83.20. Let's get Jan's take on this, because I said this yesterday, Jan, and I don't think I'm over-egging the pudding. I think that this is, by the way, we've got less than 60 of these now. It's going to go. I think this is one of the best ideas, and we've come up with some good ideas. I think it's one of the best ideas we've ever come up with.
Honestly, it's sort of ingenious in its sort of makeup, isn't it? It's like, I used to sit and work out how to make these cards myself, and I used to make myself a card template. Anything that was out of the ordinary, I'd make a card template using my multi-purpose card with all the measurements and where I needed to score it and fold it, just like we've got in here. And I've got a file folder that I keep those in if I want to go back to them. But actually having them like this as a sort of a kit that works together, and the fact that all that hard work's been done, the templates are all made out of Mylar, which is like what we make our stencils out of, so they're heavy duty. You can add your own notes to them if you wish, just by using a permanent marker on them. And the fact that it all works together. And I must admit, I started looking through the book here, and I didn't get very far. I got past the first one, which we're going to do later on. But I stopped at number 2. I just love the little... Now, I've made rocker cards before, but I've never made a stepper rocker. Honestly. And I just thought, just by adding that little bit extra, it gives you more room to embellish. It gives you that little bit of extra wow factor. And again, such a simple idea. Now, I was listening yesterday when Sarah launched these, and I was watching Sarah and how she went about it. So there is a lot of demos that she did yesterday. For those of you that haven't seen it yet, I am going to demo this morning. But I've got quite a lot of it prepped. And the other thing that I just wanted to mention is I was reading social media yesterday, and there was a conversation thread about a lot of the pictures in the book having a double mat. And I just wanted to address that because on the templates, it's more of a single mat layer, which is what Sarah was doing yesterday. And really, you know, anybody that's aware of how matting and layering works will know exactly where I'm going with this. But if you are new to it, we're going to use the template to make our first mat, and then when I get into the demo I'll show you how you get that second mat layer if you want to work with it as a double. The other alternative, and I love what Sarah was doing yesterday with the ink around the edge of the papers or the cardstock, just gives you the illusion that there's a faux mat layer there and it doesn't make it quite so bulky. So there's different ways around it. So we're going to have a look at this one, number 2 in the library, and like Ben says, you've got all 6 simple steps here as to how to get to your card. And then the rest of it is sort of free will as far as decoration's concerned.
Yeah.
Bring in all those other collections that you've got, the Sarah signature collections, your dies, your stamps, your embossing folders, whatever you've got, flower forming foam, that kind of thing. It will all work with these card designs. So once you've got to this point where you've got your base card with maybe some plain mats and layers on, then you can start and bring in those embellishments. So we're going to literally stop at number 2. I'm going to open up my big template folder and we're going to take number 2 out. So again, literally just take it off its ring binder.
So clever, the design.
Just being really, really well thought, but then it always is.
Of course.
The amount of time that Leanne spends preparing these products, testing them, making sure they work is absolutely inordinate. And I've said this before, that by the time it gets to this point where they're available to buy, I have no hesitation that this is going to do exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
And Sarah proved that yesterday. She was knocking demos out right, left and centre, wasn't she?
7, didn't she?
And honestly, it was just like, she showed us all up, didn't she? I'm not going to get through anywhere near 7 this morning. I'm lucky to be stood up at the minute, I think. So it tells you on your template at the top, it says card base, 1 sheet of 8.5 by 11, all right? Or if you're in the UK, our 11 3/4 and a fly's eyelash by 8.25, but it will still fit. It says that it flattens to a 7 by 5 inch card, so you've got your envelope size there already. All right, and literally I've just popped that over a piece of our A4 and it's perfect sizing. So the first thing you're going to do is take a pencil and draw around all the template, all right, and where it gives you the fold marks, or the score marks. So I've actually done this ahead of time just to give us a little bit of scope with it. So you can see there, if I lay this back over the top, I've got my pencil lines around that outside edge, and I've taken into the lines that I'm going to need to be able to score and fold. So we've got that to this point. Now, if you're not sure which are the score lines and which are the sort of the cut lines, maybe use a couple of different colours. So instead of using an ordinary lead pencil, you could use a couple of coloured pencils. And then when you make your card up, just use the clean side. Because obviously Sarah was rubbing out the pencil marks yesterday, that's fine. If you're using a coloured crayon, obviously you're going to not be able to rub those out. So just turn it over. It will work the other way, you know. So again, we've done that. And then the next thing you're going to do is take your scissors and literally cut around the outside. So again, I've done this sort of ahead of time just to give us a bit more time to spend on putting it together. So that's going to be step 2. You can see that fits perfectly in there. I've still got all my lines on here that we're going to do something with in a second.
Okay.
Now the 2 vertical lines here are a cut line. So if you have a paper trimmer that has the finger guard with the slidey bit in, you can do this in a paper trimmer because you can start cutting from this point to this point with your trimmer. If you're a guillotine person, then you will need to use a craft knife and a ruler for this. So literally just get your your metal ruler out with your craft knife and you're going to cut from point A to point B. Now I admire Sarah because she does this without a ruler and I wouldn't even dare. I saw her yesterday and she just literally got the craft knife out and went straight down the line. Mine had looked like a dog's hind leg, honestly. I'm no good with a craft knife at all. So I do use my ruler with mine, but however it takes you. And then literally I've transferred from the, if I put that back on here so that you can see it, I've transferred from the template here. I've just gone M for mountain, V for valley, M for mountain, V for valley, M for mountain, so that I know which way my card's going to fold. So once you've got the cut line in there, the next step is to put your score lines in. All right, so again, take your scoreboard out, line it up, Okay, so I'm going to use that centre line. You can see now why we put this black line on our scoreboards. It's worth doing.
Yeah.
If you're not using, I know some people don't like to do it if they're using the products for filming and things like that, but I honestly, and literally, we're going to pop those score lines in. So we're going to go on the centre there, and we need to bring this one along the middle. And then just, you know, you can probably take it from there, but I prefer to actually use that black line so that I know that I'm in the right place here. Just centre it there, and then these ones are just going to come to where you've cut. And again, you can just see the point on the edge of the design and just work in those score lines. Now, mountain valley folds, it doesn't really matter whether you've scored on one side of your card or the other. We normally say, well, I prefer to score and fold away from it.
Yeah.
So where the valley folds are, technically, I would score on the other side. But that is being really sort of pedantic. It will work both ways. But if you want to do that, now that I've got them in place, I know that those middle ones are going to be valleys. You can literally just turn it over and give those an extra score on the other side. So it's nice and simple to do. There's nothing difficult about this. And like Ben said, you know, if you're starting out your crafty journey and you actually made something like this to send to a friend or a family member, they're just going to be blown away and thinking, wow, you know, where did she get this from?
How many classes have you taken?
Yeah. So once you've done that, you're literally going to start and fold the mountains and the valleys, etc. And I've got one that I've actually cut the two lines into here.
Yeah.
And then I've done the same. I've done the mountain, the valley, the mountain, the valley, and the mountain, so that when we actually fold this together, you can see that those are going to concertina inside, and then we get that lovely little shape, which is going to be our rocker card. Okay. And like we said, this now fits into that 7x5 envelope, which we've also got in the library. There are envelopes in there as well. But I just think this design, honestly, I've not seen it with the steps in before. As I say, I've made rocker cards before, and they are very, very interesting. It's sort of one of those that if you've got a pile of cards on a mantelpiece that were all normal, what I call, you know, bookfold cards, and then you've got this one in the middle, how eye-catching would that be?
It's the one that's going to stand out, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm just literally going to burnish those really well because you want those to stay in place. So just teach that card that you want it to stay there and make sure that those are in place.
Perfect.
Okay. And you can see there you've got that gorgeous little design at the ready with the rock on it. Okay. So if we go back to the template then now, you can see that we've got other elements inside here. So I've got a front matten layer within the outside area that we've already drawn round. Alternative mats and layers, I've got some at this side. And then we've got a mat layer in the centre here and alternative mat layers. So what I've done is a little bit of prep again. So I've actually got a black section here that I want to use on my card, and I've just used a white pencil on this one rather than an ordinary pencil so I can see it a bit better. And what I've done with this one is I've actually popped it in, and I've gone, instead of putting a line across here, I've just literally gone round it and all the way around the rectangle as well, because I wanted this to be one piece. It looks like a mushroom when I've cut it out.
It does.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah? And this is actually then going to fit inside that whole section. Now you can have this as a separate piece if you wish, but I wanted a whole black piece to go in the back of here. So let's get that one stuck on. And again, I'm going to use my Kalal all-purpose glue because that makes them nice and sturdy.
Just a quick question as well from Sarah, who says... hang
on a second, I've just had an explosion. Do you know, that was a good catch, that.
You're all right, what happened then?
I don't know. I don't know whether that's pressure that's built up in there, but it's just decided to...
explode.
Explode.
You're
As I
right.
say,
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I'd got my hand there, otherwise it would have ended up everywhere. Very strange, I've never known it do that before.
Christina, who's new, said, I forgot to order glue, and then Lena said, oh, the most important thing, make sure you get all the different kinds. So I love the fact that lots of you helping Christina out. But Sarah's asking, Jan, could we use the heat erasable pens to draw around the templates and then give a quick blast from the heat guns?
I've never tried them on paper, to be honest. Those were designed for fabric.
Yeah.
I would be interested to know whether that works. Maybe you could try it on a scrap and see if it works. I don't have those. I tend to associate them with the soft crafting because they were designed as to use with fabric, but
Right.
in theory, I like the idea.
Patch test then.
Yeah, a little test on some scrap card and let us know.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Feedback, Sarah, please. You can be our eyes and ears on that one. Nice
Right,
idea.
let's try that again now, seeing as my glue's decided to behave. So what I was actually going to do was just pop some on the back of here, and then, as I say, it's...
What a drama.
I have no idea. I've never known it do that before. It's almost as if there was some pressure in the bottle. And when I've just released the cap, it came out like a fountain. And of course, what do? You put your hand under it. It's the same when the kids are ill, isn't it? You go to catch it. It's a reflex, isn't it? Honestly.
Great catch.
Yeah. There we go. Look, so that one's literally just going to make my mat layer for the front. And then I've gone back to the template again. I'm going to keep bringing this one back in and show you where I've got the pieces from. So you can see here now that we've actually got an area that is that semicircle. Okay, so I've drawn around this one, and then I've just popped my stamp in there. So I've cut it out, stamped, and this is from, I love these sets. This is from, we did a set of stamps, and they are just called, this one's just called Thank You. And it was an A5 set that had all different fonts of thank you, all different fonts of happy birthday, all different fonts of, and I love them. I go to them quite a lot. So that's where that one's come from, if anybody wants to know that. And then I've done the same with the mat layer there. And I've cut that one out. So we've now got pieces that will fit inside. And this one's going to go on here. So you can see the ladies and gents that were asking about the matting and layering. Yeah. It is doable by using those, what we've named alternative mats and layers. It's just working out which one. You can see easily, you know, that this one's bigger than this one. Yeah. Yeah. So just have a look at them and have a play around with them, and you can see you can get that if that's what you want to do with it, if you want to do that matting and layering. So we're going to pop the sentiment one on the front. Okay. That one's just going to go straight on the front. And then while you're doing this, it's a case of deciding, or you may have an idea in your head before you start as to what embellishments, you know, where are you going to go? You've got sort of open house really with how you're going to embellish these, because we've not included the embellishment section with this. This is literally the card shape templates and the envelope templates and sort of little gift boxes and things like that. But as far as embellishments go, you can literally go to town as to where you're going to go. I said it yesterday, I don't know if anyone else has thought this, it reminds me a bit of Noah's Ark. So yes, can you imagine the little animals? Cute characters just on the edge of the steps and things like that. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Perhaps for a new baby card or something like that. Exactly. That is perfect, isn't it? I'm just thinking maybe craft card with the wooden embossing folder, the new textured embossing folders. Yes. With the craft card on there to make like the arc. Oh, I like that. Oh, I might have to go at that. Yeah. Great Love ideas. It. So all I did was have a look. In this instance, I've just gone for some flower dies, and these are some old dies that I've had in my my stash for a while, and I've popped those onto that piece that I'd cut. So this is the square that we'd done for the mat layer, and I've just stuck these on here ready so that I've got my embellishment for the front there. So that one's literally just going to stick in there as an extra embellishment. So we're going to pop that one on again, and I've gone for the collal glue because it just gives you that little bit of time, you know, to get everything in the right place. Yes. If you prefer to use your tape pen, you could go with your tape pen. If you're a double-sided tape person, you can use that. You know, like we said, there are so many different types of glue. If you're not sure where to go with the glue, have a look on YouTube at some of our glue school shows. I think most of us have done one over the period of plenty time. There. There's loads to look at. And it will tell you, you know, teach you about the different glues and why we use so many different ones for different purposes. And then, of course, because we've got those lovely little steppers, I've literally gone to town. And these are the multi-purpose card, and I've just used some of our water reactive ink with them. So you can see the lemon tonic there, you can see the fuchsia, we've got the oasis, we've got some orange there, and literally just had a beano. We've got a few leaves as well, and these are out of an old Sarah signature collection, so it was just a case of grabbing one. And all I'm going to do, Ben, just for a minute or two, is just build up those side pieces with the extra flowers, Lots of comments coming through. Can I just say, I love that expression. You used it twice today, and I've not heard it in ages. Have a beano. Have a beano. I've not heard that in ages. I love it, have a beano. I don't know, it might be a Yorkshire phrase, I don't know. I think it is a northern phrase. Yeah, just have a beano. Yeah, I love it. With you. Have a play, it means. Just have a play. Just enjoy yourself, So I'm literally just going to pop some of these in place now.
Whilst you're sticking, I can read a few comments, and also we've got an answer to the heat erasable pen question.
Oh, excellent.
But Catherine says, I finally bit the biscuit and temptation and purchased a template library. I think Jan finally got through to my purchase button that I've had hidden all week. Deanna says, my hubby bought me the template library for me last month. I need to use it today to make his card this morning. Ian, I was getting accused yesterday for leaving it till the last minute. I tell you what. But yes, Deanna, absolutely do that. Chad's saying, I ordered mine yesterday as I used to make some of these cards, but it was a lot of working out and mistakes can happen. No mistakes with these, simple and quick. And that's the point, isn't it? No mistakes, easy, quick. You don't have to faff and measure, it's all done.
Absolutely, yeah. I must admit, I have used sheets and sheets of card when I've been trying to make these designs. I've seen something that I've liked and there's been no instructions with it. It's just been a picture maybe. And I've had a go at it and it hasn't worked. It's gone in the bin and you have another, probably 3 and 4 and 5 pieces of card before you get to the bit that works and you make your template. But like you said with this, first time, and you sorted, you know, you've got that confidence of knowing that it is literally all going to work when it all goes together.
And
perfect.
Get ready for the heat erasable pens to fly out the door because Terry
Does
says,
it work?
Answer to the question, you are a genius. I've just tried it on card and it works, says Terry Anderson. Okay, everyone, add the pens to your basket.
Brilliant.
There you go. Could be a game changer, that, couldn't
Honestly,
it? With this
that is a really good idea. Yes, well done.
Yeah.
And this is what I love about Crafters TV. Where else could you get that?
No, exactly
I'm
right.
not aware of anywhere else, you know, where somebody's made a suggestion or a question.
Yeah.
Either we try it or one of our customers tries it and feeds back within the show, within the time frame, you know, that we've got, and you people have now got an answer to a question. And I just think that is what Crafters TV is all about.
Yeah, so Sarah's idea, Terry's jumped on it and tried it and got back to us within, I mean, that was less than 10 minutes, that, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Incredible.
Brilliant.
So thank you to Sarah and thank you to Terry for trying that out for us as well. Lots of love for this project. Just whilst we're watching Jan stick, just a bit of urgency that you do need to grab this. We have low stock on the Showstopper collection now. Limited stock. It's double figures, isn't it? On this, yeah, double figures remaining on this now. So if you want to grab it, £75.99, $83.20. We've got less than 50 opportunities to grab this now. And
it's going to go, isn't it?
It is going to go. And we're so busy this morning, Jan. So many people watching, so many people tuning in.
We're hoping to bring it back later on this evening, won't we? I've got some more demos lined up for this evening, so we'll have to see.
I have to wait and see on that one. But
so I've got a few spares there, but those will go into the box. But you can just see how I've added little bits into those steps there just to echo the rest of the design. And I just think, you know, that is so simple. They do tend to slip a bit on our glass mats, but you can see there you've got that lovely sort of movement to it as well. And I just think, I mean, that's taken me, what, just over 5 minutes, 6 minutes?
Yeah.
And you've got a really nice design with that wow factor. As I say, that on a mantelpiece at the side of your normal opening cards or even your shop bought cards, it's just going to scream at people when they're looking at it, isn't it?
Absolutely,
and like I say, if that, like Ben said earlier, if you're starting out your crafting journey and this is your first make, first of all, how proud are you going to be of that make, And then whoever it's going to are just going to be blown away. How on earth did you do that when you've only just started? And that's what beauty of having stuff like this in your stash. I can't imagine, to be honest, many paper crafters that wouldn't want this in their stash.
No.
Even as an experienced paper crafter, which I've been doing this for about 20 years now, this is invaluable in the sense that you've got all that time I used to spend working stuff out to bring you demos and things like that. I'm going to have loads of spare time because it's all done for me. And you can bet your life, as far as us as a team is concerned, you'll be seeing some of these card designs coming up in future demos without a doubt.
Yeah, well, like you said, it's taken the faff and the fuss out of it, but also for the fact that, you know, as much as you and all of our guys here are experts and have been doing it for years, that I mean, Sarah was the same yesterday. She was looking through. She's like, well, I've never heard of that card before. I've never seen that card before. So even our guys, our experts.
Or you may have seen it and thought, oh, I'm not trying that. Looks way too difficult.
You wouldn't do it.
Not even going to waste my time wasting cardstock on that. And yet now you've got the means to do it, and not only do it, but be successful at it as well. As I say, I can't think of a reason why a paper crafter wouldn't buy this.
Honestly,
I really can't.
I said this yesterday, I think it's one of the best things, certainly in the time that I've been here, 3 years this year. I can't think of, I mean, don't get me wrong, we have done some amazing products, right? But this has got to be one of the very best. It's a genius idea. It's just brilliant because it's allowing you, whether experienced or not, to make some of the most amazing cards, amazing concepts with ease. And that's what this is all about. Yes, you're going to get your storage with this as well. So that's nice to be able to keep all of your bits and pieces in. You'll get all the dies included too, but these are the main components for me here. Your templates and then that recipe book as well. I love the fact that we've called these recipe cards because that's exactly what they're like, really, isn't it? The booklet itself, I mean, is just brilliant. It is words and pictures, which we absolutely love. So you've got all of the, you can see what you're going to make straight off the bat. So this is the one that Jan's just made here, that step rocker card. So you can see exactly what you're sort of looking at. Then on the reverse of that, you've got all of the steps all laid out in word and picture form for you as well. And it's all lined up nice and easily for you. So if I just randomly pick through here, so what have we got? Let's have a look at this one. So this is number 22, the handbag card with gift card holder. Absolutely brilliant. All I need to do then, I've got the, I don't think we did see this one yesterday actually, Johnny. I think I've flicked to a new one. You've got all the detail on the back there. So number 22, I keep that one open and I go to my folder here and I find number 22. Oh, I was almost straight to it. There it is. Number 22, just here, your handbag card with gift card holder. It tells you all of your dimensions, what it flattens down to, the card that you need, and then it tells you exactly here your mats and layers. You've got mat and layer, you've got all your details there as far as where your score lines are. It's just all simply done for you. Cut line, it says here, so everything is done. Tells you where to cut, tells you where to score. It is just ingenious, it's brilliant. And don't forget, all of these simply pop off that ring binder, and then once you're done, you can pop them back inside your template library, so they're all stored nice and neatly for you. 30 projects in here, and don't forget, not only the booklet, not only the templates, but also you're going to get alongside that all of the video tutorials as well. There's a card inside your box, Leanne leading all of the instructions, if you like, for all 30 of the projects, which is just incredible. There's a video for each one. The little card you're going to get is inside your box. You go to that link, and then as you're seeing Debbie here, just clicking on the project that she's working on. I think, funnily enough, she's working on that rocker, isn't she? So there you go. Choose your template. Get the instructions out in the booklet as well. Have Leanne there on your tablet, on your computer. And how brilliant is that to learn with Leanne? And the great thing is, and we laughed and joked about this yesterday, ha ha ha, you're not going to have a presenter sort of talking away, giving you stock updates, doing bad dad jokes and all this kind of stuff. It is literally just you and Leanne. So if you get a little bit stuck, you can rewind and go back and try again, and you'll always have that tuition there. Please do not miss out on this. We've got less than 50 of the Showstopper, which also brings you 2 of your water reactive ink pads, some of your foam pads, and your tape pen. It's basically an extra £5 to get £16 or $21 worth of extra goodies. But that's not the point, is it really? You're buying this for the brilliant system that you've got as far as making these concepts and cards is concerned. That's an amazing price. Please don't miss out. Let us get a vote going, and then we'll recap on some of the other goodies that we've had on this unbelievably busy wake-up call. Jan, let's recap everyone if they've missed. What have you made?
Well, after Sora's 7 yesterday, 2 looks a bit poor, doesn't it? But we've had so much information to give you today with so many new products and keeping you up to date with the stock levels, yeah. And then, of course, we had the, the hotties do the parade, didn't we? So, yeah, I've only got the hottie parade, yeah, so I've only got 2 this morning. So we did the Through the Looking Glass earlier, which is coming up at 2 o'clock as a masterclass. I've got lots more demos planned for you there. So that one was using the stencil there along with some of the bits out of the box. That was number 1. And then we've just used the template library to create that lovely little step rocker card with some additional embellishments from your for your own stash. So that's number 2.
1 or 2?
Simple this morning, isn't it?
Well, if only it was simple, because I wouldn't like to have to pick. You've got about 3 or 4 minutes to get your vote in on that one. A few comments coming through. Lots of love for that. So spring-like and pretty, Jan, says Susan Griffith. And lots of you getting excited about those erasable pens now too. Just beautiful, Jan, says Sarah Brown. We'll definitely be giving this a go when I get my stencil library. Thank you for sharing. Adriana says, I started this template yesterday and decided to use the side with the pencil marks on the inside, doing the mats and layers in one piece, as Jan suggested. The template library, says Misha, I like what you've done here. The template library is a recipe for success, See, because you get the recipe cards within it. Brilliant, Michelle. I'm keeping that one. Thank you. Heather says, I was able to get the showstopper for the template library, ordered the pens as well. What a wonderful community to give us such amazing tips and tricks. I learn something new every day. And Terry Anderson says, get the pack of multiple colours of heat erasable pens. Now, this is... I suggested something similar yesterday. If I didn't suggest it, I thought it in my head. But you say, get the pack of multiple colours of heat erasable pens, use one colour for fold lines and another for cut lines, which will make it even more easier. My mind is blown. Whoever had this idea, you are a rock star.
That is a brilliant suggestion, that one.
Yeah. So just grab the template library. You'll kick yourself if you don't. If you're serious about your crafting, if you're serious about being able to make the most amazing projects, cards, concepts, envelopes, and the lot, why would you not buy this? I mean, I realise this, $75.99, $83.20. It's a great price. Might not be in everyone's budget. However, jump in and grab it if you can afford this today. Maybe you've got birthday coming up and you can ask for birthday money. You will thank us later. It's one of the best things we've ever done. And you can see that everyone agrees to the fact that we've literally got a handful of these showstoppers now remaining. Just as a case in point as well as how quickly things sell out. Remember back in October when we had birthday, so many amazing launches. And this is the thing for me with this, is that we had so many amazing launches, so many great brand new products. This had to be one of the quickest sellouts that we had right across the birthday week. The Shimmer ink pads. Leanne launched them and they literally sold out. I want to say it was about 40 minutes into the show, probably not even that. We got them back in again, disappeared. Managed to get them back in again, disappeared. And it has taken us this long to get the full stock back in. Yes, we've had kind of individual variants of these, but it's not been since birthday that we've had all 10 of these gorgeous colours back in stock. And now this is your opportunity to pick them up. They are so busy today. Normally would be what, $59.90 or $79.90. You're saving 10%, less your club inspired discount. So you're down to just $43.13 or $57.53. Here are all of the different colours that you're going to be getting here. A lovely range of colours. And these have got that gorgeous pearlescent pigment ink in there, with that sort of really beautiful, intense metallic shine to them as well. And this is why you guys went absolutely wild for them. And you know, whether you're buying these for your stamping, doing your lettering with, whether you're buying these for your embossing, whether you're buying these to create, you know, the most amazing backgrounds with as well, you absolutely need to jump in and grab them. If you missed the full collection, go for the back in stock collection that we've got on screen now. Maybe if you already bought them and loved them, get them again so you've got backups. But however, if you did manage to get your hands on just a few of these, you can buy them individually. The individuals are very busy. It's the Queen Bee, which is hugely popular individually, and this gorgeous lime soda. Look at the colour you've got there, and look at the sheen, the shine you get. It's just packed full of what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the words. Packed full of pizzazz, I think it is. They're absolutely amazing. Oh, and we're just being told that the toffee apple is flying out of the door individually too. We tell you this just for the fact that if one of these goes on its own individually, then the whole bundle disappears. You won't be able to get this bundle. That's how it works here. So grab them, snap them up whilst you can. We'll see this. By the way, I mentioned earlier on that you can see like a little throwback video of these. It's not actually on the Crafters TV page. It's on Leanne's own page. She's posted a video up. So if you do want to see that, that is up on her page. But it's also the design of these, I think, is really very clever in the fact that they've been ergonomically designed to fit beautifully into the palm of your hand. So if you are using these to go straight to your cardstock to create beautiful backgrounds with, it's nice and easy to do. And then that teardrop design means that you've got this finer point here for you to get into those, you know, more finer detailed areas as well. I think it's a really great idea. And as I said earlier, I love the idea of people, you know, just using the whole ink pad and going to a piece of cardstock and creating their own colours, their own blends, their own designs with these. You're going to absolutely love them. If you've already bought them, please tell everybody else in the comments why they need to grab them, and grab them now, because they are fast disappearing. We have got a deeper stock than I thought we would potentially have, but don't let that sort of make you sit on your hand and go, I might come back and get these in a couple of weeks. I can't guarantee that they will be here. Right. Let me just quickly remind you on this binder, and then we've got the result for the demo of the show. This binder, what a day this is, right? It's like, I'll say a random Tuesday, Valentine's Day, so you're loving all of the deals. Oh, don't forget that code as well, Love14. But we've got an amazing deal on the Through the Looking Glass. We've got the template library. We've got the back in stock Shimmer inks. What a day already. And we've got a brand new launch for you too, which you guys are absolutely going crazy for. It's the Shimmer inks. And the brand new folder today, which is absolutely flying out the door. This is the store it all, and literally you can store it all. Look at the size of this bad boy. I mean, seriously, boom. You're going to be storing so much inside this. It's going to sit perfectly alongside your other folders that you've already got from us, your small and large storage folders. It's been designed in the same sort of way as far as the colours and the detailing is concerned, but it's absolutely massive, because on the inside, this isn't just for your stamps and dies. This is going to be for, I mean, well, storing like a mini craft room in there, because you've got so many different pockets. There's actually 12 pockets, all zips, so you can keep everything in there nice and secure. And whether it be pens or glues, we've got foam pads in here, we've got tapes, we've got sprays, we've got some of our glossy highlights. You can see exactly what's in them. It's all wipe clean for you too. And like I said, as you can see, you can actually take the pockets out to sort of travel with them if you don't want to take the whole thing with you. You've then also got your second layer here, which we've got little sponges in, tapes, all sorts. I like Jan's idea as well, so you're using this potentially as the sort of storage for those offcuts, if you like, wasn't it? Your bits and pieces. So again, if you never know where to store these are absolutely perfect for that. And all three of the big pockets have the 4 smaller pockets, giving you your 12, and they pull out individually, so you can take those with you. And again, don't just think about using these for crafty goodies. I'm kind of thinking there will be lots of other reasons you might jump in and grab this storage, but grab it today. You can be one of the very first to get your hands on this brand new binder with a 50 bonus points as well, which is not to be sniffed at. £39.99 or $47.96 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're a Platinum member. Add those 50 bonus points on. That makes one heck of a buy today. What a show this has been. It's been so busy, and we have a result on the demo of the show. I can't remember what it was, and there's only 2 to remember. The winner... Johnny's gone 1. Are you saying 2? 2.
Number 2.
Yes.
The little rocker, yeah. Bring on spring.
Absolutely.
I just think so simple, but so effective, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you, guys. I've just noticed I've got a star on the wall as well.
Oh, your mixed media one won Demo of the Week last week.
Did it? Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, guys. I'm very happy now, because it was looking a bit bland on there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done. Might get another star, because it will be a Jan win today, won't it? Whatever way. So you'll have a demo, you'll have one to go up at the end of the week. So we're expecting even more great things from Jan, who's here with the masterclass. Just over an hour's time, we've got the masterclass on the Through the Looking Glass selection. We'll keep reminding you though of those Shimmer inks, this brand new storage. Just as a by the by, if you want to go for the Through the Looking Glass collection, we are stock-wise low on that already. We're down to double figures. Can you believe? It's a busy old day. So let's give you an hour or so to get your baskets checked out. We'll come back with masterclass in just a little while, but for them now, get to the checkouts and we'll see you in an hour. Bye for now.